Hello,
Hello, how can I assist you today?
I want to visit Iceland with kids. Can you recommend some places we can visit?
Absolutely. Iceland is a fantastic destination for families. Here are some family friendly places you can visit. 1. The Blue Lagoon, a geothermal spa that's great for both adults and kids.
Let's follow this quick start tutorial to build the human to AI voice interaction in SwiftUI on Stream's Global Edge Network for optimal latency using OpenAI's real-time API. The voice agent integrates seamlessly with any audio and video AI application. So this quick start video will provide you with all the necessary resources to implement a voice agent into your AI application to allow users speak to the agent to get a real-time voice output. We will use Stream Video and WebRTC as the underlying technology for better reliability and optimal latency. Although we are building the voice AI agent in SwiftUI, you can use all the steps we will cover in this video to build a voice AI application for other platforms such as React, Android, and JavaScript. The Streams Video SDK is highly customizable, so you can configure it easily for your production AI applications. Since it integrates WebRTC by default, you get optimal latency for real-time voice output from the AI. Over here, we have tutorials for all the supported platforms. You can visit the video docs or the sample apps for each platform on GitHub. Let's look at what we will cover in this tutorial. First, we will set up a local Node server. Then I'll show you how you can get a Stream account, an OpenAI API key. Finally, we will clone a sample iOS voice agent from GitHub and run it with the Node server. So let's look at our first step. We will need a Stream account. You visit the Stream homepage, and over here, you click this button, Start Coding for Free, or you can head to the top right and click Start Coding Free. You will be presented with this form to create a new Stream account. You can log in with Google or use GitHub. On your Streams dashboard, you should go to the categories and select Video and Audio. Next, you select the Overview tab. Under App Access Keys, you can add a new key. Running the agent requires these two credentials, key and secret. So we should create a .env file in the Node server to save the key and secret. The next credential you will need for this tutorial is OpenAI API key. You can also use other model platforms like Anthropic, Mistral, or Gemini. So you visit the OpenAI developer platform and sign up for a new account if you don't have one yet. Or you can log in to copy your API key. Once you grab your Stream credentials and your OpenAI API key, what we have to do next is to create a local Node server. You can find the Stream Video Demo AI server on GitHub. So over here, we need to clone this repository. The video's description has a link to this repo. So you should clone this repo to a location on your machine. Let's launch Cursor and clone the repo. I'll press Ctrl and backtick to bring the integrated terminal. Let's run it with git clone, followed by the GitHub URL. Next, you should cd into this directory and npm install in order to install all necessary dependencies. The next thing we should do is to create a .env file in this directory to store the Stream and OpenAI credentials. We have an example.env here, so let's copy the content and put it there. I will then go back to my Streams dashboard and copy the API key and secret. So I will replace the secret and also the Stream and OpenAI API keys. The local Node server has two main components, a standalone web UI and a server API. We will use the server API to run the iOS voice agent. So let's run the standalone web UI to see how it works. In the terminal, we can run it with npm run standalone UI. I will press the return key to run it. Hello?
Hello, how can I help you today?
Hello?
Hello again. What can I assist you with?
Once you launch the web UI, you can start to interact with the voice agent.
That's correct. Once you launch the web UI, you can start to interact with
Next, let's cd to the root directory and clone the iOS voice agent. For that, we need to go to this repo. You can find a link to the repo in the description of the video. Over here, I will copy the URL and go back to cursor and git clone it. From the top left, you have noticed I have cloned it in the OpenAI tutorial iOS directory. That is why I get this message in the terminal. So let's look at the sample iOS demo and see what we just installed. We can also open the project in Xcode so that we can look at the dependencies. Over here, you have noticed we have 3 dependencies. The Streams Video SDK, consisting of the core video SDK, which is Stream Video, and Stream Video SwiftUI, which consists of reusable SwiftUI components for building VoIP applications, which helps to provide the audio and video functionalities. Protobuf is a serialization system. Let's summarize the code for the voice demo. First, we need to make the necessary imports to interact with the AI agent via a video call using Streams Video SDK. In the app's main structure, you have noticed here I have provided the base URL. That is my local host. So the Node server we set up previously runs on this port. So we define a base URL to communicate with the local Node server to fetch all the credentials, to connect the voice agent with OpenAI Real-Time API and Streams Video SDK. Before we move forward, let's run the server in cursor. So we should cd into the directory OpenAI tutorial node and run the local server with npm run server. You have noticed here it is running on the port 3000. That is what you saw in Xcode. Next, we define all these properties for state management. So we have a property to manage stream video and the credentials we provided. In window group, we have the app's main functionality. When the app launches, we create and join a call by connecting to stream video and fetching all the required credentials. So when the app launches, we have an idle state. In this state, we can click a button to initiate a call to the AI agent. When the connection is in progress, we show this text view. If I scroll down further, we have the call and connection logic. Over here, we define this function to fetch all the credentials. So in the connect function, we retrieve all the credentials from the server via a GET request. Also, we have another function to join a call using the specified call type and call ID. There is also another function, connect AI. The function sends a post request to the server to connect the AI agent to calls. Scrolling down further, we have a struct that defines the credentials. There is an enum definition for the call state. Like I showed you previously, we have the idle state, joining state, and active state. And over here, we have the AI speaking view. The AI speaking view displays a visual representation of the call, the animated audio levels. To render the animated audio levels, it uses glow view. The glow view is also defined here. The glow view is the animated audio indicator that renders whilst you are speaking or when the agent is speaking. So this is a summary of the main functionality of the voice agent to establish a video call with the AI agent, showing a visualization of the conversation through an animated growing effect and audio levels. Before you run the app, you should make sure you have configured the privacy for microphone usage. So you select the app's root folder and go to the info tab. Over here, you have noticed I have added privacy, microphone usage description. To add it in your project, you can hover any of these keys. You have noticed there is a plus button. You can click that and go to the section privacy and select microphone usage description. From the toolbar, you have noticed I have selected Amos iPad as the device to run the app on. So let's run it. After running it, you will be presented with this simple screen to start talking to the AI agent. So let's tap it and start talking. Hello?
Hello, how can I assist you today?
I want to visit Iceland with kids. Can you recommend some places we can visit?
Absolutely. Iceland is a fantastic destination for families. Here are some family-friendly places you can visit. 1. The Blue Lagoon, a geothermal spa that's great for both adults and kids. The warm waters are rich in minerals and perfect for a relaxing soak. 2. The Golden Circle. This popular route takes
Sorry
you to...
for interrupting. Can you give some recommendations for Oslo?
Sure. Oslo, Norway is a wonderful destination with family-friendly attractions. Here are some recommendations. 1. Vigelandsparken, Vigeland Park.
That is everything we have in this video. We looked at building a voice AI agent in SwiftUI using Streams Video SDK and OpenAI's real-time voice API. I showed you how to set up a local Node server to run the voice agent. We looked at getting a Stream account and also cloning a sample iOS voice agent from GitHub and running it with the Node server. For a step-by-step guide on how to build a voice agent in SwiftUI and other platforms, I encourage you to check the tutorials on our website. You can find all the links in the description of the video. So go ahead and build it for other platforms like React, Android, Flutter, and JavaScript.